So you want to be a freelance writer, but you're not sure if you're a great writer or not? Well, I'm going to help you improve your writing so that you can be a great freelance writer for clients. All right. My name is Elna Cain, and I've been a freelance writer for almost 6 years. And I also have twins that are 7 years old. All right, so if you want some freelance writing tips, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a nice thumbs up for me, all right? So let's go through improving your writing. Now, I believe anyone can be a freelance writer, right? Now, I know I'm not the best writer for sure. I use proofreaders, a copy editor, I use editing apps. I use all those tools to help me improve my writing. But there are some things that I know I've done over the years that have gradually improved my writing. I look at old blog posts that I've written when I first started to the blog posts that I've written now, and I know I have improved my writing substantially with certain little tips that I'm going to share with you, okay? You don't have to buy tools, you don't have to invest in those tools, but it's always handy to have a friend, a family member to proofread your writing before you submit your posts online to clients. And there are a lot of free editing tools as well. So I'm going to go through some simple ways you can improve your writing. And I'm going to go to one of my blog posts that I do talk about it. So I'm just going to walk you through this post. It's over at elnacain.com/blog/writing-tips on 9 simple ways on how to improve your writing skills, okay? Now, the first way I have here is to write every day. It doesn't matter what you write as long as you write consistently every day. If you are writing a book, kudos to you for doing that. I can't imagine writing a book or even a fiction book for that. But if that's what you're doing, you are flexing your writing skills. You are growing your writing, the way you structure your sentences, and the type of words that you use. All of that will help you with writing for clients. Now, what I do and what I love is blog writing. So I have several blogs and I write in various topics. So for example, I have over on my other blog, I have proven social media tips for popular social platforms. This is directed for mom bloggers or moms that are blogging to make money and how they want to use social media, right? So I am writing this type of content on a different blog. It's not about freelance writing, but it's about marketing social media. All right, so I believe this post is long form. It's around 3,000 or 4,000 words. So I go in depth into the popular social media platforms like YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of that. All right. This helps me with my writing for clients since I write long form content and I also write digital marketing content, and social media is a form of marketing online. So this helps me, even though it's not a client piece, even though I didn't get paid exactly for that writing, the things I have on this will grow my email list and hopefully convert people to buy my courses or whatever products I have for this particular blog. I also write in the parenting niche over on another blog that I own. So for Smart Mom Ideas, I occasionally write long form pieces of content. This is one of them, which is 75 eye-opening and revealing tips for first-time moms. So I rounded up these quotes from moms and I wrote this long form piece of content, which is around 3,000 words. And I created this post, right? So I have lots of quotes. I have ways to grow my income this way. And there you go. This took a lot of effort on my part because I had to do some outreach. Again, this is a nice skill. It's not necessarily a writing skill, but it's a good skill as a freelance writer to do those outreach, to create those email templates to pitch your project, right? That does, I guess, incorporate some writing and writing skill. Right, so writing every day helps. I try to write a blog post every day, a social media post, an email, something that just makes sure that I have my wheels cogging, my cogs here in my brain here working. All right. Another way to improve your writing is to create an outline. So I have here create an outline. It is by far one of the best writing skills that you can incorporate so that you can structure your writing. Clients, they want a coherent post. They want a post that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Now, there are millions of blog posts out there that don't follow that format, but for businesses, legit businesses that are hiring a legit writer, they do want a complete post. And you can do that easily by creating an outline. A lot of clients also want an outline before you start writing to make sure you guys are on the same page. So having that outline is important. Now, how do you create an outline? It's different for each person and for each client and what they want, but usually I will write the title of my post with an alternate title or two. And then I will write a simple blurb of what I'm going to talk about in the introduction and how I'm going to lead into my post. And then I list all my subheadings, the topics that I want to write about for that post, with some various little topics, maybe including within those subtopics, depending on if I really want to not impress the client, but show them this is the route that I'm going to go down. If I talk about X, I'm going to make sure I'm going to talk about, A, B, and C, what I determine as A, B, and C for this type of subheading, right? So I do that for my clients, and they're more than happy to approve it or add some things. Mostly they don't, but again, it's a great way to improve your writing, and then it keeps you on target. So I have outlines on my WordPress blog that I can just refer back to. I'm like, okay, so I created this outline for this upcoming post. Now I remember how I'm going to write this post, and then it'll just keep me focused. So make sure to create your outline for every writing piece that you do online. All right, another tip to improve your writing skill is to read what you want to write about. This is important. Like I said, we are freelance writers online, so you need to learn how to write online content in the topic that you want to get paid for. So if you really want to dive into like tech writing, then I want you to start following tech blogs, technical writing blogs that talk about technical issues, essay service as a business and things like that, so that you can get the industry lingo, the industry knowledge of your topic. All right, if you are in finance and you want to dive into cryptocurrency, follow those cryptocurrency blogs. Maybe there are podcasts. Just immerse yourself in that and how they write for their audience. It might be different. Maybe cryptocurrency content is more formal and not so conversational because cryptocurrency is a big topic that they need to cover all with the tech and the finance issues around it, right? So you have to read what you want to write about to learn how to write that yourself. And that's what I did. I read a lot of marketing blogs like Neil Patel's marketing blog, like Smart Blogger, like the Content Marketing Institute, HubSpot, the Tailwind blog. All of those sites provide digital marketing content. And so I was able to use that to learn, okay, well, it's all long form, right? It provides a lot of screenshots. It has a lot of tutorial based content. Like I'm learning all of this process as I'm reading it, and that will help you become a better writer when you do that for your freelance writing niche. If you are struggling to figure out your freelance writing niche, make sure you check out my video on the most profitable niches that you can, market yourself as a writer. All right. So number 4 is to choose simple words. I don't know if you know, but most people, I think there was a study from Contently or one of those places where they analyzed a lot of content online and what the people's reading levels, and they realized that, the sweet spot for easy reading is between the 4th and 8th grade level. All right. That's where most people can read at comfortably and not struggle when they're reading. So that means you need to keep your words simple, your phrases simple, your ideas simple. Breaking down topics is so important for a client's audience so that if you're writing about very heavy content like cryptocurrency, like tech writing, you need to make sure to walk your reader through that process in an easy format, in a step-by-step format. And so choosing simple words is the anchor to your blog so that they can gravitate to your post and actually read it. So, you want to use conversational writing, but of course you don't want to add, like ums to your writing. You don't want to have like phrases in your writing. You don't want to be that conversational in a way. You want to be a little bit formal. So, you're not writing your thesis paper for college here. You are just going to write a blog post that is easy to read using simple words. All right. So work on that. And you can do that easily on Medium. Sign up to Medium and start writing and see if people are engaging with your writing. All right, number 5, to improve your writing skill is to convey your message easily. Again, this goes with writing in a simple way using simple words, okay? So as a writing tip, you need to learn how to convey that message from your client easily in your writing. So it means not being too wordy when you're describing things. Now, I know for a fact that there are times when I look back at my writing and I'm kind of like cringing at them, like, whoa, I just sort of went off on a tangent here and was just writing about all this stuff. And I could have said that in one sentence, but I blew it out into 6 sentences about this one thing. So you really need to look at your writing, and are you doing that? Are you overstuffing your content? Are you writing so much about one thing that it's too exhaustive, right? There might be a better way to ditch a lot of those phrases, those sentences, and to make sure that your writing is to the point. All right. Now, I do know that I can go on. I do write long form content, but I do my best to break it up as much as I can into multiple topics so that I'm not just sitting in one topic and like diving deep into that topic, unless, of course, the client wants a post about that one particular topic. All right. The next tip I can give you is to avoid filler words. Again, this goes hand in hand with not being too wordy. All right. So, don't fill your content with a lot of, that. I use that a lot, and I try to not use that. Very, just, really. Things like that are filler. And there is a time and place for that. For my own personal blogs, I might use more of those types of words, but not for my client pieces. All right. I'm not going to write just really and, you just do this kind of thing in my writing for clients, because that's just, it doesn't provide any value, right? You want to be to the point. Right. So again, practicing avoiding those filler words. I know I'm not the best writer. I don't have an English degree. I have a BA in psychology. That's my degree. But it hasn't stopped me from making a living as a writer. So if I can do what I'm doing, then I know you can do it. So make sure you have a balance that conveys the right message with using just enough words. All right. That can take time to develop as well. So practice, practice, practice. All right. Number 7, keep sentences and paragraphs short. Again, it goes back to the reading level of your client's audience, of your audience, between a 4th and 8th grade level. So you want to keep your paragraphs short. Online reading is not reading a book. It's not reading a newspaper. It's different. People are highly distracted on social media. They might be reading this on their phone. They're getting text messages, alerts, things like that. It's just overwhelming when you're reading content online at times. So you want to make it easy for them by having those smaller sentences. So like a 1-sentence paragraph. And you also don't want to have as many words per sentences. So if you look on my blog, you can see that the content width is this long, right? This is a nice content width to read, because there are some content widths that go way over here and they keep going way, and it fills up most of my, like, the white space here. And that's hard to read because you're tracking the words across a very long sentence, right? So, go to a blog of one of your clients or a site that you like reading and look at their content width. How wide is their content width and how many sentences does it take? Look at this. This is 2 sentences, but it covers 3 lines online. So again, you need to be aware of that when you're writing. If you write 6 sentences online, it's going to look like a huge block of text. No one's going to read that. So you have to break up your content. All right. And as I was mentioning early on about improving my writing, I invested in an editing tool. Now, this is something that you want to consider, especially if you want to grow your freelance writing business. If you really want to ensure that your writing is up to par for your clients, I would invest in an editing tool. There are free ones out there, of course. Hemingway is a free one. I think Grammarly, you can use it to a point, but I do invest in Grammarly, and I didn't do that until probably year 3 or 4 of my freelance writing business. I had a copy editor. I do have a proofreader, so I relied on that heavily. But then I decided to, you know what, let's just get Grammarly. You know, my husband doesn't want to read every single piece of content that I have online, so I can't rely on him anymore. So I'm going to use Grammarly, and that's what I did. So I use Grammarly, and I try to proofread it myself. And if I really, am having trouble and I really want to make a good impression, then I'll get my husband to really look at it and make sure that there are no editing mistakes or grammar errors. All right, and then the last tip to improve your writing is to just write. You have to practice writing every day to be a better writer. And I find that over the years, that's what has happened to me. You can go to elnacain.com and look at the first couple of blog posts, and you can see the type of writing that I'm doing. It's more formal. It's almost, I'm not attacking you, but the way I'm writing, the style I'm writing is not very conversational. It's very authoritative in a way. And so I've learned to not be like that sort of overbearing teacher when I write, but to be your friend, as someone who wants to help you and inspire you. And that's the type of writing that I do. And a lot of clients like that you're not this all-knowing, powerful person that knows everything and you're always right and everyone is wrong type of writing style. They want a conversational type of writer that can inspire people and get people to listen to what you're saying when you're writing. And that's a skill. I've been doing this for 6 years, so I've been writing consistently for those years. So keep practicing, write every day, find things to write. It could just be your grocery list. It could be a simple note to your husband or your wife. It could be a simple email that you send to your sister or brother, things like that. Practice your writing. All right, now if you want more freelance writing tips, make sure to subscribe to my channel and tell me in the comments below any writing tips that you go by that I haven't included in this video. I want to know what you do to improve your writing. All right, see you in the next video.